Awesome. Reggie Edwards, the Front Row Report. I am joined today by Michael from Red. Very excited about this, man. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day. I know you're traveling today, man. I really appreciate it.
Oh, of course, man. Yeah, totally. I mean, appreciate the interview as well, and we're just super excited about the record coming out. So.
Yeah, man. Of Beauty and Rage, the new album. It's for almost exactly 2 years after Release the Panic came out, and then I've had a chance to listen to this album a couple times all the way through, and it's definitely a different approach. In every way, it seems like it's a lot darker than Release the Panic was,
yeah.
I think, and that's an understatement too. It's extremely dark. Tell me a little bit about the thought process behind this and where Of Beauty and Rage really comes from.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Of Beauty and Rage is just kind of an idea that we had with some of the struggles that we face as human beings kind of growing up and in the past couple of years as well. Beauty and Rage just basically means, when you think of rage, you think of like things that you deal with and that you're angry or whatever. So the whole thing is rage and beauty is kind of like a dichotomy where there's good and evil, that kind of thing. So rage for me, Of Beauty and Rage, talks a lot about suffering and things that people go through. Ultimately, we have to go through hard times in our lives to ultimately come on the other end and find beauty in that suffering. So I think it's hard at the time, and I think a lot of the songs kind of stay down there in the rage portion, especially the first half.
Yes.
Really just diving into those emotions and what it would feel like to, this happened to you, or, this happened to you. Like, what kind of emotions would you be going through? So it's a very, kind of drags you down in the depths of, the pit of your emotions at the lowest point that you're at. And then in the end, it kind of has like more of this, redemption at the end of it all. So
definitely.
Very, it's a very, like, the first track is called Descent, and then the last track is called Ascent. So it's like kind of a visual of going down into this pit and then crawling your way out of it.
Yeah, you guys have always had a very, very, strong messages within the music, even with the album titles alone, whether it's End of Silence, Until We Have Faces, obviously Release the Panic was the last one. How important is it to keep the message of the lyrics and the music as strong, if not stronger, than the music itself?
It's the music definitely is an important part of it, but it's like, if you don't have lyrics to kind of back it up, people lose interest pretty quickly. It's like, music can only go so far. It definitely reaches across, boundaries. It's universal language. But when you have lyrics that are strong and full of depth, it really, I think, impacts people a lot more. It's like you have the music behind it. It's kind of the accompaniment. But then if you have the lyrics to back it up, that's driving that emotion even further. I think it really takes people to these places. Ultimately, it lasts, a lot longer.
Definitely, and you guys have always been really good at keeping the fans involved with the music in some way, whether it's listening to their stories and having that affect some of the lyrics and messages behind the music. With A Beauty and Rage, you guys did Pledge Music and gave the fans a chance to contribute and gave back to them in some way. How did the Pledge Music thing come about, and what led to go with Pledge Music as opposed to maybe Indiegogo or Kickstarter?
Yeah, I mean, we heard of like Indiegogo and Kickstarter, and then we saw a lot of similar bands that we kind of know that they started doing this Pledge Music, and so we were interested in it, and we've grown accustomed to doing like this acoustic experience that we do on kind of a VIP treatment kind of thing that we do on the road, where people can come on the bus, we play them a song, they get like a T-shirt, poster, and they can ask us any questions. So it's kind of like this exclusive thing. And when we heard about Pledge Music, we were super excited to like tap into that a little bit more, a little bit further. Lay out like kind of a carpet or a blanket of several like things. It'd be kind of cool to like get with the fans and do certain things. Just kind of open up the door to what would be cool and interesting. So and we got a huge response. People loved it. I know that when people bought onto the Pledge Music package, there's a kind of like an all-access thing.
Yeah.
Where a lot of people got privilege, information, privilege like videos and content that other people didn't get as well. So it's kind of a cool like VIP, internet-based kind of idea, and I think it continues on as it goes too. So
yeah, definitely.
Excited. The only thing I was disappointed in because there was a couple packages that were for me, like there's a 5K or a 10K. I was even willing to do a marathon if I really wanted to.
Man.
Yeah, and then there was a gamers package where it's like they could hang out with me and because I'm a huge gamer, I love playing games, video games. I grew up on Nintendo, So.
Right, nice.
So I was like, nobody bought into that. I don't know why. I thought our fan base was huge gamers, but guess not.
What's your favorite game? I gotta ask. Best console and favorite game.
I'm kind of a cheapskate when it comes to consoles and stuff because I don't buy the latest, greatest.
Yeah.
I kind of wait until a year until things kind of cheapen a little bit. And it's still brand new to me,
Right.
but they cost $20 now, so I have several games that will turn to $20 and I was looking at that one. That one's cool. A couple of games that I really enjoyed this past year. One was called Tomb Raider. I know it's a couple of years old, but they re-envisioned the Tomb Raider series.
Nice. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they kind of did a prequel. Kind of like how she became Lara Croft.
Okay.
And dude, the behind the scenes of how they did it all, and the music was fantastic. Storyline was unbelievable.
Huh.
I was super impressed. Very emotional game as well.
Huh.
There's a lot of emotions. There's one scene where this guy tries to rape her, and she has to fight her way off. She's so it's really intense. They have some really intense scenes. They actually have actors playing a lot of the roles.
Nice.
So you can see the emotion on their face, and just in their voices, you can hear it, and it just gets to the next level for me.
Nice.
There's another game too that was really good this past year that I played. Obviously they had been out for a couple of years. The last Batman Arkham City was great.
Nice.
I loved
the
first one.
I played that one. Yeah.
Yeah, City was great.
Nice.
I just loved there was just endless possibilities of tracking down bad guys.
I'm kind of the same way with video games. All my friends make fun of me. I'm old fashioned. I'm still rocking the PlayStation 2 Slim from 10 years ago.
Yeah. Dude, there's good games on that console still.
I know, and they still made Madden and all those games till 2 years ago. So I'm still playing that, and in about a year I'll get a PS3 or a PS4 when the 5 comes out. And
it's take your time, man. It's there's no need to rush through all these games.
Right.
I like to enjoy the experience. I like to, obviously I don't have a ton of time, so that's one of the other reasons. I have 2 kids and one on the way, so I spend a lot of daddy time with them, and video games doesn't always. My wife says you can't play a lot of video games when you're off the road. When you're on the road, it's fine. Kind of a strict rule.
Man, I have to ask, as a longtime fan, and I haven't been able to find any information lately, but who played drums on this record? Because I know Joe left after Release the Panic came out, before one of the last legs. I know that you guys were using Dan from Love and Death on the road for a little bit.
Yep. You'll see it in the credits. Dan Johnson, he played on this record.
Okay, cool.
He did really, really well, and we're very pleased with what he did. He's a human, rhythm machine as well.
He's
just as good as Joe, I think, in all aspects. So
yeah, okay.
He's a great rock drummer. Very pleased with how it turned out. So
awesome. Now you guys are doing a graphic novel to accompany the release of this record. What can fans expect from the graphic novel, and what was it about A Beauty and Rage that felt like this was the perfect album to do a graphic novel with?
Well, A Beauty and Rage, if you kind of look at the cover, I don't know if you got a cover or anything.
Yes, yes, very awesome.
You look at the cover, and I know, it's one of my favorites that we've done so far. And it really kind of tells the aspect of a Beauty and Rage. You see this, like, ominous, like, blade creature that's scary looking, so you kind of the rage portion of it. But then you see, like, this, like, kind of blurred, like, beautiful landscape behind him of trees and red leaves. Really beautiful behind us. So, what's the question? Sorry.
What was it about A Beauty and Rage that seemed like this was the perfect album?
Oh, yeah, that's right. For the graphic novel, yes. You know, a lot of our fans are gamers, and you know, when you're a gamer, usually you're a comic book kind of guy. And so, I mean, I loved graphic novels growing up. I used to read this old school graphic novel that I don't know if a lot of people knew of. It was called Elf Quest.
Huh.
I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's old. It's not around. Yeah, it's not around now. And they do some off ones now, but they used to have like these huge graphic novels that were like over 100 pages each. That were beautiful in color. So with how the record is kind of portrayed with like this rage and this beauty and kind of the landscape of the red leaves in the forest. We thought it would be cool to expand upon the story that we're kind of building. With, I don't know if you've seen some of the video clips that we're posting on Red Music Online. So we're building kind of a storyline that's in the woods. So the graphic novel will expand upon that. Ultimately, the storyline will end up to be a music video.
Oh.
So we have some performance shots that we've done, and then there's a shoot, which it won't be a lot of performance. It'll be mostly story, but it's like this. It's really cool, and I'm excited for people to like see it. I think it comes out when the record drops. I think that's either that or the day before or something like that. So, the storyline is awesome. There's a big cliffhanger at the end, so
nice.
Get ready.
Nice. Is that something that you guys have brought somebody in to write and illustrate, or is that something that you guys are doing completely in house amongst you guys, Anthony and Randy?
Yeah, dude. Actually, it's between the us three and our producer.
Okay.
We, when we started getting talks into like bringing Rob back in the picture, we flew out to Maine to meet with him. He had like his little ski lodge that his family rents out every winter.
Okay.
That was up in last January, and we just went up there and just kind of talked about the record, and talked about a lot of the visuals, and then we even talked about like the storyline. Like even before there was a lot of music written, we had a lot of like visual concepts, ideas. So a lot of that grew into this idea, and then the visuals and everything kind of helped push along the music as well.
Okay.
So it's a really cool way to do a record, just because we had like storyline kind of thing, and then we used the storyline a little bit to help create ideas for the songs.
Okay.
So, I mean, it wasn't like, this is the storyline, here's your songs, you know.
Right.
It was the inspiration, basically. So.
Okay. Yeah, it looks, just looking, I've seen a couple of you guys have posted a couple of drawings from it and excerpts on the social media and stuff. It looks super, super intense. That's all I can say from all I know so far, which is next to nothing outside of what you've just told me. But the album is intense. I mean, it's one of the most intense records you guys have done. I mean, there's not a lot of tracks like Perfect Life or anything on it. It's very intense, just ridiculously intense and ferocious in like every song. It's I think one of the deeper and more musically mature records you've made. Not that the other ones weren't, but it's so much. You guys just take it to another level on this one. It's crazy. You almost have to listen a couple times. Almost have to listen a couple times to get the full experience of it, because there's so much going on in it, and it's going to be crazy.
It is kind of a journey, isn't it?
It really is. You guys are hitting the road.
Yes, we are. We are so excited to finally hit the road, because we've been working on this record for so long. Like, we haven't been doing very many shows just because we've just been like focusing so much, just making sure the record was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So we put so much time, energy. I think that's why we got such a great product. And now we're just like itching to get out there and start playing these songs.
And it's just with the intensity of the album itself and the material on it. Do you think that that's being off the road and being penned up for so long, wanting to get on the road writing? Think that that's going to add to the effect of the songs when you finally get to play these live?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like we just shot the performance part of the video a couple of days ago, and we got to do. Well, I can't tell you what the song is that we did, but it was like to actually perform it finally, like kind of in front of people, doing it. Like you could just feel the emotions just kind of raging up inside of us, and just yes, finally, here.
And you guys are bringing Islander out with you too, which is one of the best up and coming live bands that there is. I've seen them a couple times in the last year.
Oh, great! I haven't seen them. One of our good friends, JR.
Yeah.
He used to play with Love and Death.
Yes.
He's playing guitar for them, so it'll be great to kind of reunite with him. I haven't seen him in a while. I know he had played with Korn for a couple of weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
So it'd be great to catch up with him, hear some stories.
Yeah, definitely. Are you going to be bringing Dan out on the road to do drums, or are you going to be bringing?
Oh yeah,
it's going to be cool.
We're bringing Dan out, man.
It's going to be awesome to see Dan and JR reunite too after.
I think it'll be great.
So that's going to be cool. You guys are
excited about the tour. I think Islander 3 years hollow. It's a great package.
Oh yeah.
I think the camaraderie is going to be good already. I kind of feel like a really positive flow already to the. It's important to have kind of positivity going into the tour, and I feel like from the other bands, it feels like everybody's on the same page, everybody's ready to rock this thing, and
absolutely,
we can't be more than excited.
Absolutely, and bringing two bands like 3 Years Hollow and Islander on the road, they're going to raise the bar, and it's going to be just every band is going to raise the bar more and more as the night goes on. It's going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see it. I saw you for the first time in 2011 on Winter Jam, then a couple times since then. I think I've hit most of the album, since then, and so it's going to be cool to see this stuff live. I can't wait. Hitting Indianapolis in March 17th.
Oh, great.
House. Cannot wait.
Wonderful.
Yes, hitting Pittsburgh the end of next month. It's going to be outstanding. Cannot wait, man. Thank you so much for taking time, Michael.
Reggie, no problem.
And we'll see you in Indy, out on the road.
Yeah, man. See you, dude. All right, bro.
Later.
Bye.